Shalom, 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 shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah, shalom, family. This is welcome to another Bring It Out TV. It's your boy, brother Eliezer, man. Coming out here to bring you exclusive, man. We talking about when DNA tests prove paternity, man. You know, there's a lot of that going on today, man. You know, a lot of people are in this spirit of hurting themselves or hurting someone else because we refuse to do what thus says the Lord. So right now, man, we're in a state of confusion, man. Like that old Temptation song, it's a ball of confusion, man. It's a ball of confusion, man. So shalom, family, shalom, 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 shalom. Put it in here. Shalom. Shalom, family. Shalom, fam. And I also gonna say fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody that's keeping the Shabbat. Welcome to another Bring It Out TV, man. This is your brother Eliezer once again. And yeah, we talking about when the DNA test proved that you are not the father, man. Like Mark Povey show, man. He used to bring out those DNA tests, man. But yeah, we gonna show you how serious it is in our community. Is when yeah, man, when we don't know how to stay committed to one another, man. When we like to sneak and geek, man, and don't have no commitment, man. So let me pull out a couple of precepts while the brothers roll in, man. Shalom, family, man. I hope y'all had a blessed day in this captivity, man. So let me pull out a couple of precepts real quick. So Psalms 85 and verse 11. I'm gonna start there. And yeah, man, it's time for us to come back to the Lord, man. It's time to come back to thus says the Lord, and stop all the playing, man. This is Psalm 85, and I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield its increase. Righteousness shall go before him, and shall set us in the way of his steps. And so, yeah, man. So truth gonna go out, righteousness gonna go forth, and Shalaka, brother. My bad, brother. I meant to put that in, brother Dion. Yeah, so it said righteousness shall go forth, man. And so the Most High, we asking the Most High to ordain our steps, to orchestrate our steps, so make sure we walking in His path and His righteousness and His truth. And so our brothers and sisters, we got to get it together, man. As a family, as a structure, you know, we cannot do without the ladies. The ladies cannot do without the fellas. And how we gonna be able to raise these children? We see Brother Feeney had just went last Wednesday and was talking about how our kids, shalom, brother, how our kids was going into these stores and robbing these stores. And you know, my mom used to tell me, man, when you go outside this house, you represent me, right? You represent the family. You represent your father that's working hard out there, making sure you have a roof over your head and food in your mouth. And so, but what's happening is these kids don't have that at home. They don't have that structure. They don't have that father figure, man. Mom, you know, is trying to juggle, you know, trying to be mom and dad, man. You know what I mean? So this is a problem that we have in our community, and we got to start fixing some of these issues, man, before Christ come back. Shalom, brother Dion.
Shalom, man.
How you doing today, brother?
So far, so good.
All praises, brother.
All praise.
So we going into when DNA proved that he's not the father, man. And we got some serious videos, man. No, some tragic videos. Then we also got some that is kind of funny. But you know, all in all, this is what happened in our community. This was going on, and so we got to start meeting this stuff head on. We got to start addressing these issues, man. About our women's having men thinking they're the father, man. Going 11 years, going 12 years, going 15 years, um, letting these men thinking they the father, right? And so we got to start addressing these issues in this Western society. All anything goes, man. Anything goes, man. They teaching our women to be harlots and teaching our men to be whoremongers. So what's up, brother? Everything good with you, man?
Oh yeah.
All praises,
Mhm.
all praise. Hey, can I get Psalms 68 real quick, brother? I mean, Psalms, what is it, 131? Slack it, 133, brother. My bad. I kind of been running and trying to get my wits together. Trying to get my wits, brother.
I feel you. It's Psalms 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. Selah.
And so there the Lord commanded a blessing. So we gonna get into some of these videos, man, and we gonna go through the text. And yeah, we gotta correct some of this stuff, man. We have to correct some of this stuff that's going on in our community, man. And, we are not acting like holding it down because we was out there whoremongering too, man. Right? But this is some of the things that we have to correct, right? So let me grab it real quick. Let's get some of this. Shalom,
Hey, shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, family.
Shabbat, brother. Shabbat shalom, brother.
How y'all brothers?
Uh, all
Shalom, man.
praise, man. All praise. That's the wrong one. I ain't the one I want, right? It's not want to do the other one first. Shalaki, man. Stop sharing. I don't want to pull that one just yet. I want to pull the more serious one to get that out the way. So I don't know if y'all seen this on TikTok yet, but a brother, yeah, I'm gonna let the brother speak his piece. I'm not gonna ruin it.
So my oldest daughter had to take a DNA test for school just to figure out ancestry. During the DNA test, she came to me very, very sad because apparently me and her were not related. I was like, huh? When she told me this, I had to keep a straight face because the immediate shock was just wild. Then I decided to go with her to get a paternity test done. When we got the paternity test done, it was also concluded that I was not her father. At this point, I was shocked. I've had four kids with my wife, and she was the oldest, and I needed to see how far this rabbit hole went. I told her to not let her mother know that we know this information, and then I went to my next oldest child, not mine. I went to the one below that, not mine. And then I decided to stop there because the youngest child is so young that this may directly affect them. And they don't really understand what's going on anyway. So I didn't even want to go into that rabbit hole. But when I got the information, I immediately was like, let me go talk to my wife about this. So, like always, she didn't take responsibility or any type of accountability. And she said, how are you going to believe your wife over these tests? I was like, are you serious? Are you like for real, for real? Like, is this really where you're gonna go with this? Then she starts crying profusely and saying it was only one time. I didn't mean to do it. And I was like, it was only one time. Hey. And then I showed her that each one of the children aren't mine, with the exception of the youngest, as so I think. That's when it dawned on me that it was one time, multiple times. And then when we looked, each one of the children's had different baby fathers. And somehow that made it even worse because it wasn't just one person you was cheating on me with. This is a habitual thing with multiple different people that you probably don't know about. And I'm taking care of their kids. They're my kids. They're my kids. I've raised each and every one of them from a super young age, and they stood by me through this whole situation. But to think that she's not who she said she was, because up into that situation I thought we had a great marriage, I thought we had a great life, I thought everything was going good, I thought that we were building together and already have built together. She is a stay-at-home mom that works on things that she wants to do. She takes care of the kids, she cooks, she cleans, she does everything that's needed inside of the relationship with me. Yet she didn't tell me that she wanted to go outside of the marriage. She didn't tell me that she wanted to do anything. Anyway, after finding out the information and getting her side of the story, I let her know I would need a couple of space. So I had rented a hotel for a couple of days, and I stayed in it. I stayed away, and it was all right. It was good, but I really missed my kids, and I wanted to see them. So after a couple of days, I was back inside of the house, but I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't say anything to my wife. I didn't speak to her. She would try to talk to me, and I would look away. I would take care of the kids. I would grab the kids, take them to the mall, do different things with them, and everything was just. I was just trying to figure things out. I was just trying to see how I could make our relationship work, or see if I need to separate and just take the kids myself. Like I didn't know what to do, if I had any like legal rights to these individuals. Yeah, my name's on the birth certificate, but I'm not biologically theirs. I just wanted to figure things out, but I didn't even I didn't even get that chance because 6 days ago she decided, other than taking any type of responsibility, to have a hangout session with the chandelier. And I'm so happy I have my kids because I just I just don't know what I would like. It's just baffling to me because the whole time, even with evidence, she just kept denying and denying and denying and denying. And I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't know if I was never supposed to know in the first place. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want to not have my kids not to have their
All righty, all righty. So we see. I mean, first of all, let me ask y'all, brothers, man. I know. With the exception of brother Phineas, everybody is married, right? How would y'all feel if y'all with that brother, man? First of all, like, what would be your reaction? Not one child, not two child, but three kids, and a possibly a fourth one that he didn't get a DNA test on, not being your kids, and then you've been raising them for say 11, 12 years as your own, man. For me, that's like the ultimate betrayal, bro. Like that is, I mean, that is the ultimate betrayal, man. What do y'all brothers think, man? Hey, brother Phil, you can get in here, man. What y'all think? How would y'all feel if that was to ever pop up for y'all?
Lord, increase my faith.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Mm,
that's a hard pill to swallow, man.
mm.
You know what I mean? That's a hard pill to swallow, man. And she just didn't cheat with one dude. It was three separate dudes that she cheated with.
But the real betrayal is her acting as if he is the father.
Okay.
That blatant disrespect and disregard for him and his feelings, and doing it over and over and over again. She didn't love him. She loved the idea of having a relationship, being in a relationship. This guy probably was a good guy. He might not, she might have grew out of him, after the first baby. After that first cheat, and she had the baby, she got away with it. This is now, I'm living a secret life inside of this house.
Wow.
So she pulled the wool not only over his eyes, but over the kids' eyes, over the extended family's eyes. That's Satan right there. That's the serpent Satan right there. I hear.
Yeah, and it's like I say, it's like the ultimate betrayal. You know what I mean? And dude, some women just settle. All right, like he a good man, but I don't really love him like that. Or
Right.
you see what I'm saying? And so like I know he he what I need. He just not what I want. Could that be a possibility?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What y'all the brothers think, man? I mean, that's I mean, And then she wound up committing suicide. You
Hey,
know,
They good.
Salaki, that what I was gonna touch on. You know,
go ahead.
it's wrong at the gate. You know, you got then the different baby dad is you got 3 kids on this man, 4, if I ain't mistaken, if I heard correctly.
Right, right, huh?
But you did that to him, and then you commit a selfish act and take yourself out like it was somebody else's fault. But that's that guilt, man. You know that guilt can weigh heavy on you. But
Uh, uh, um, yeah,
Judas.
man. Go ahead.
I was saying just like Judas, man. That guilt.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was that shame weighed heavy on him, man. That that pain was unbearable because not only that she hurted him, but she hurted the kids too.
Huh?
Now you telling these kids that they daddy is somebody they don't even know. You know what I mean? And this man right here been raising them as they, and some people never get over not not knowing their dad. So how is kids gonna get over this? Like
Mm.
this can cause a lasting effect on a child to be traumatized at this magnitude, man.
PTSD.
Yes, yes. And so this is the problem we have in our community is that we having this distrust among one another, man, and it's starting with sin. And this is what I'm saying why it's so important to keep God's laws. We're gonna get into it, but brother Phoenix, you got something to add, brother?
That's a terrible, terrible story, man. That brother went through. Most importantly, man, you got to check on his health.
Mm.
You know, for those kids, cause he can spaz out. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? It could be too much for him when then he end up taking himself out.
uh,
So she gone, man. That's you know what I'm saying. It ain't. We can talk, but she gone. That's it, man. She is gone. Like it ain't that. I think that was the purpose of him doing the video too. Is like, she did you dirty, but she gone, man. You got to
uh,
pick up. You got to pick up you got to pick up what's left over, and put that back together and try to glue that thing back together as much as you can. Um, but you really need to you know stuff like that, man. You need the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? Like those emotions can't even be explained, man. I pray don't nobody go through that to that level. It's one thing to get cheated on, and it's one thing to even walk on your significant other cheating. But what he talking about, what that sister did, and then the last blow. Because he probably really, really loved that sister for him to even deal with that. And he knew what was going on.
Mm.
He knew them kids didn't look like him. He knew he had questions. That's why he got the test. That thing was been eating at him. He talking about 11, 12 years been
Mm.
eating at him, chewing at him. And you know how black families is. They gonna
yeah,
tell you.
yeah. I was just,
That
I
ain't
was just,
especially grandma. That ain't my grandbaby.
Yeah.
hey, bro, hey,
You here trying to tell you trying to convince your grandma. He said, "Oh, that ain't
yeah,
my grandbaby.
yeah,
I know what
man.
my grandbaby look like." Mm-mm.
Yeah, the grandma gonna tell you. You say, "But grandma, he got my legs. He got my legs, grandma." you
Yeah,
try, you try to convince yourself in your own mind, brother. You want the baby to be yours so bad, brother.
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Mm.
And that was just a spiral of emotions all the way down, man. You can't even comfort it. It's hard to even comfort him
Yeah,
because of a hatred for her. And then, like I was saying, he probably loved her to death for him to deal with that. He loved the mess out of her, and then she
Yes.
take the last thing from her. Like he can't even have her no more. He still wanted her.
Yes.
He still wanted her.
Still,
He still wants his children. He still wants his family. He still wants that situation, even though it was toxic and terrible. He still wanted it. He just needed time, and
yep.
she didn't even. She wouldn't even give him that. She took
Yeah.
everything.
He went back home. After he was in the hotel for 2 days, he went back home, bro. He wanted his family, man.
Hmm.
He wanted his family, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That, like Brother Phineas said, that level of disappointment, man. Wow, I won't put that on my worst enemy, man. That is and you know that can cause, like you said, the brother gets spazzed out on him and the kids for that matter, man. Man, so we gotta keep the brother lifted up in prayer, man. Yeah, man. Let's get a couple of precepts. I'm gonna get into some more video. Let's get that Baruch 4:1. The importance of keeping what thus says the Lord, man. And brother Dion, give me that Deuteronomy 19 and 19 too, brother. Um, the importance of keeping what God say do, man. Is important. Let's start with the Baruch 4:1 real quick.
God. It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
He said, but so this is the book of the commandments of God, man. Such as all that keep it will come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Hold on, brother D. I think I gave you the wrong precept. Deuteronomy 19 and start at verse 9, brother.
Started what?
Deuteronomy 19 and 9.
This is Deuteronomy 19:9. If thou shalt keep all these commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love the Lord thy God and to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee besides these 3.
Read on.
The innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee.
Read on.
But if any man hate his neighbor and lie and wait for him and rise up against him and smite him mortally, that he die and fleeth into one of these cities, then the elders of his city shall send and fetch him thence and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die.
And see, this is, and we go, when you go on to Deuteronomy 22 as well, you see that it was a recompense when someone committed such heinous crime to his brother. And so what the sister had did to the brother was a heinous crime. That was, and I noticed if the man was the to spite the man and he ran into another city, but it was always a recompense for those type of level of hatred towards your brother. And so what the sister did, man, is an ultimate betrayal. And not only that, she didn't woman up and deal with it, but she committed suicide. So not only that she put pain on them kids by not letting that be his, by sleeping on her husband, but now the kids gotta mourn her. Why they gotta still deal with trying to console their father, and that's a lot to ask, man. That's a lot to ask. And then, so let's get in a couple more precepts. Let's get that in Hosea real quick. I mean, Shalakia, Hebrews. Give me Hebrews. Oh, where I want to start at. Give me Hebrews 13 and verse 4. Hebrews 13 and 4. And one of y'all brothers give me Deuteronomy 5 and 18.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
Yeah, and see that's what we gotta understand about this dispensation. Right? The Most High said, but whoremongers and adulterers he will pass judgment on. Right? He will pass judgment on whoremongers and dudgeons. Say, what do you call that? Low down, disrespectful. I will leave. I'm sorry. Come back and visit the kid. What he said? He said, Brother Dixon said, Brother Dixon said, he said, when you call that low down, trifling, disrespectful, I will leave. I'm sorry. Come back and visit the kids, man. So he said, that she trifling, man. That's Brother Dixon, man, on the ones and twos, man.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And so the Bible says, our whoremongers with God judges, man, and that's what's gonna happen. That's why we gotta mortify our members. Read, give me that Deuteronomy 5:18.
This Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 18.
Okay.
Neither shalt thou commit adultery, neither shalt thou steal, neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor, neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife, neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house, his field, or his manservant, or his maidservant, his ox, or his ass, or anything that is thy neighbor's.
Anything that is thy neighbor. So when we say that we don't have to keep God's law, that means all that stuff we can do. Right? You can covet your neighbor. You can commit adultery. Right? When you say God's laws another way. Give me one more. James 2:11. James 2:11.
This book of James chapter 2, verse 11. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law.
You're still breaking God's laws. Right? So if you don't kill, but you become an adulterer, guess what? You still transgress God's law, which is sin. Right? So we're going to get into another video, man. Another video about, yeah, man, you guess it, our sister, not kind of, but our sister being trifling. Let's see. I think it's the one. Okay, here we go.
What's up is why you've been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son. Why you been lying to me?
What have I been lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw it.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So I went and got a DNA test done. Like, you think I'm stupid or something? Like, how could you do this to me?
You know what?
What? You care more about me going through your phone than you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
What are you talking about? Does it matter?
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean? That absolutely matters. Like, you don't see anything wrong with what you did? You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting here lying to me for 11. Of course I love him, but you guys can't stay. You can't stay anymore.
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not my problem. 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 You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. I did my job as a dad. I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Both y'all can't stay anymore. No, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get y'all house. I gotta go. I can't deal with it. I'm putting y'all out. Yes. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put you out. I will pack your bags myself and put you out of here. I will pack your bags. Y'all can't stay here. You gotta go. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me for 11 years. For 11 years straight, you lied to me, having me believe that he's my son. No, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. No, I can't look at you. I can't look at. No, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. No, before I do something crazy, I'm gonna regret. Yes, lie to me.
You see, the sister need to go, man. She need to go. She need to muscle up every little change she got, and she need to go because brother like he about to snap.
You lied.
Turn me on here, trapping. I'm feeling like fresh.
So here's another example of a brother been lied to for 11 years, and the sister is total clueless or why it matters. Go ahead.
She said, "Why does it matter? Why does it matter?" Like that shows you how much she really care about that cat and where her and that it shows you her moral compass. Like, why does it matter? Like you really you have no clue about what's going on. Like how a man is valued, how a man is viewed in this world for taking care of his kids. And by you lying, he still was a stand-up guy. But you lied, and now you're gonna say, what does it matter? Like that just shows you where her mind is at. She don't care as long as the job get done. I yield.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I mean that's the cold part about it, the cold nature. So we see all this stuff happening in the media, but what we don't see is the altercation that caused the after effect, right? Like we see like so and so got killed, or so and so got this, or so on. We see the after effect, but what we don't see the beginning and the middle, right? And so this is what I'm saying. Like, where's our mindset at? What place is our mind at right now? Where we don't respect one another, right? I mean, come on, 11 years. You was gonna take that lie to the grave.
Come.
11 years, and not only that you lied to him, but you on the phone with your friend and you making him look so bad. You don't have no remorse. It's like a game to you, man. You texting, oh, he don't know that he ain't really the baby dad. I got him do. I got him taking care of. Come on, man. Nobody do like, hey, just leave, man. Because I'm not in my right mind, man. I'm not in my right space. And it's bad that the child got to get caught up in the midst of that. Right? You know, because I didn't break my heart. A child thought was my child, and I got to put him out. And I've been his father for 11 years. You can't take 11 years back.
But he's going to be the enemy.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
He's going to be the enemy because he reacted. And now he gonna see that he gonna still be with his mama, and she gonna badmouth him. Now this guy who's been your father is gonna be the enemy in that child's mind because she is about to dog him. Hey, she already been dogged him to her friends, but now that child is gonna form into a totally different perspective of this guy because of what she did. Now you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good, man. And so that's a tragedy, man. Like, you know, everybody get hurt in situations like this. All right, everybody. It's no winner, right? It's no winner because for me, I don't know if I could have put I could put the kid out. I'd have put her trifling butt out. But you know what I mean? Like the kid is innocent in all this. The kid, I mean, that's just me. I know y'all brothers like, I don't know about that. But I'm just saying, I don't know if I could have put the, I mean, what y'all think? Could y'all put the kid out too? Because I don't know if I could have put the kid out, but she had to go.
Like, so like,
Go ahead.
there's always a winner.
Who was that?
In all those situations, there is always a winner.
So who the winner, bro?
The brother who got her pregnant.
How's that? I hit it with it, so he got
Because
all
he
free.
got another man taking care of his child. That's really it.
Yeah,
You know, he could smash the chick and he didn't really like that chick like that. And that's why
uh-uh.
she didn't want to make him the father. Because she knew that he didn't like her like that. Because if he did, she would have just left him and went with the dude she cheated with.
Right,
The dude she cheated with, she liked more.
right, right.
Different, man. Men are cheat with anything.
Yes,
You know.
you're right. You're right.
But women a lot of times they cheat up. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They get something a little better. They get something, they want to take something a little better and yeah, they'll do whatever for that other joker. But they know he not gonna be no father. He knows that he not gonna even be there. You know, that he don't want nothing to deal with her, nothing to do with her, and she gonna mess around and lose both of them, trying to get that joker to be the father. And so she'd rather lie.
wow.
And then this joker get to escape free from responsibility and go and smash and have more babies all over this place. Man, I've seen some crazy statistic, man. It's only about like 40% of men or 30% of men that have kids. Like, majority of men either single, don't have kids, or they have kids with that one woman and they with that woman. But it's a high percentage of men, of this one group of men, that's getting all these women pregnant.
Wow.
But you see it just like your futures. He got 10, 11 babies, and Nick Cannon got 10 baby mamas. Uh,
Wow.
it ain't but so many jokers that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Most jokers, a lot of men that they either married and have kids, or they don't have kids, and then it's a major percentage that have multiple baby mothers. Majority of the man population have multiple baby mothers. Women are sleeping with the same man.
Wow.
Baby, that man got 3 folks, and he not gonna marry you. He don't want you like that. But he a good smash for the night, and so he the winner. And all of this in both of those videos, like, he didn't have to deal with nothing that first dude dealt with.
Right.
You don't even know that joker. He probably don't even know that girl dead.
Nope.
He probably been told her, man, stop calling my phone.
Yeah, man. For my
Years
wife
ago.
answered. For my wife answered.
Yeah,
Stop calling my
for
phone.
my wife answer the phone, man. You better stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And is this some kind of attraction? Like, when dudes have that kind of pompous attitude, like, oh, you ain't nothing to me. Is it a certain type? Because sometimes it ain't all about just the looks. Sometimes it's just the attitude that certain men get off and certain women be attracted to it. Like, if a man show like he don't care, like you ain't nothing, it's almost like he's raised to a higher standard than a man showing that he do. That he do care is almost like, and especially within our community, it's almost like he's soft. He's
Yeah.
soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
that's what I'm saying. They date up. They want something they really can't get,
Yeah,
And if
kind
they can get the opportunity to get it, they'll get it. And men are they can date down. And that's why women say that all the time. Like, how he gonna cheat with her? And oh
yeah,
man, like
yeah.
it was just because it was free.
It was
It was
free. It was easy access.
yeah, it was easy. You
Yeah,
ain't gotta dance around or nothing like that. It was
yes,
easy.
yes,
And
yes,
that's why
yes,
men,
yes.
it's like we operate on two different planes.
Right,
So you know, we marry up though, and so we would
right.
want to marry somebody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if it's just giving away, and a lot of times when women want to date up or want to sex up, fornicate up, then they would do stuff to make it easy. They just send him a naked picture, or they just send him, hey, come by and da 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 da. They'll throw themselves at those men.
Right.
And that's all it be, and it make it easy and boom boom, and then before you know it, in no situation she can't tell him no. Anytime he calls, she gonna go over there and do what she do, and it's just unfortunate. But yeah, that was the winner. That's
Hmm.
that's the winner and all of that, man. But he gonna get his judgment for it.
Yeah, and then people be wondering why this stuff be coming upon you. Because of so the man so he also reap it, man. A lot of these dudes be knowing that the girl married, but it's no attachment to it, right? It's no it's no commitment. It's like a rush. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times it's almost like our women's want to be treated bad. Not all y'all, we got good women's. But I'm saying, but a lot of our women's like they want to be treated bad to feel good. Like you have to be like you were talking about that situation about that doctor that went over there. Was he a doctor? No, that's my story. The story you said that the lady went over there to Jamaica or something. Remember you were telling about that, brother Phineas?
Fine. Went over there
And
and got that package.
got the package, yeah, man. Slept with a dude, you know what I mean, and then came back, man, and you know, got sick. They didn't know what was wrong with her, man. Yeah, she had that package, man.
Goodness.
That's you know what I mean. Just because, you know what I mean. What stays in Jamaica, what you do in Jamaica stays in Jamaica, man. You with that package could have stayed in Jamaica,
Hmm.
all right? You with that package could have stayed. That's what I'm saying. No, give me that in hold on for a second. Get that preset. Hold on, Slocky, y'all. Hold on, let me get the preset real quick. Yeah, give me that in Romans 6:23. Romans 6:23.
God, this book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord.
And that's what we gotta understand. The wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is Christ, eternal life. And that's what we have to start striving for, man. We gotta mortify our members, man. Right? We gotta put this flesh in subjection. Everything can't be by how you feel. Everything can't be about because she looked this way or he looked this way. Right? We gotta learn how to mortify our members. Give me that at Mark real quick. Mark 10 and start at verse 1. Mark 10 and 1. We're gonna read down a little bit.
This is Mark 10 and 1.
Okay.
And he arose from thence and cometh into the coast of Judea by the farther side of Jordan, and the people resort unto him again. And as he was wont he taught them again. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife? Tempting him. And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away. And the Messiah answered and said unto them, for the hardness of your heart he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of the creation God made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
Go ahead.
And in the house his disciples asked him again in the same matter. And he said unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another committeth adultery against her. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committeth adultery.
Current. And you know, in Israel, we never talk about the wife putting away the husband. Yeah? All right? It's all about, yeah, man, write up bill of divorcement, right? But Christ said, if a woman shall put away her husband and marry another, she in the midst of adultery. And the same thing with the husband. And you notice Christ said at the beginning, it was not so. God made them singular male, singular female, man. All right? So this is what I'm saying. Israel is in the midst of adultery. We commit sins against the Most High because we cannot mortify our members, right? So I'm going to bring up this one last video.
What are you doing?
I'm recording you.
I see that. Did you put her to sleep?
Yeah, I did.
You did good. She had such a great birthday.
Yes, you did.
You're such a great dad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not done passing out gifts either.
A gift for me? Vernon, you don't have to do that. It's not my birthday.
Such a great mom.
Oh, thank you.
I had to.
It's heavy. Ooh, I'm excited.
You're gonna love it.
What is it?
Open it up.
Oh my God, you are such an amazing man, I tell you.
Open it up, man.
Is it Valentine's Day all over again? Oh my God. Ooh, it's that kind of night, ain't it? My favorite wine?
You're gonna love it. It goes with the gift.
Ooh, Pinot Noir. Mwah. I can't wait to sip on this. Thank you, babe. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm excited. It better be the necklace I wanted. You know I've been wanting that for a long time. Another bag. You're so tricky, I tell you. Babe, really? Another bag? I can't with you and your foolishness. Oh my God. You are one silly man, I tell you.
Open it up.
Oh my God, what is this? Oh man. Duct tape, really?
It ran out.
This is such an amazing
It
rapper.
ran out.
An envelope? What could this be? What could this be? It's not shaking. It's not my necklace, I don't think. Let's open this out. Ooh, it feels kind of thick, okay? Hold on, it may be. To Dubai for 2 weeks straight, round trip. He's probably wanted to go to Dubai.
Open it up. Yeah, read it.
What is this?
You know what it is? I just want you to know that I know. Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why did you do this tonight out of all nights? Why?
So I wanted you to know that I know Nevaeh is not mine. I've had doubts. So
What
I went that
doubts?
DNA test. Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why would you do this? She loves you though. Why would you do this?
She's not my daughter. Why would you do this? Why would you cheat?
I didn't cheat.
Why would you cheat on me?
I didn't.
That's proof right there.
DNA test. Nevaeh is not my daughter.
But babe, really? Out of all days, you had 3 years to give this to me. Now you want to give this to me?
All right, listen. You and Nevaeh got to the end of the month to get out of my house.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding.
But
You
that's your
and
daughter.
your daughter had to the end of the month to get out of my house.
But that's
Kelly.
your daughter.
It's not my daughter, Kelly.
Yes, it
The
is.
paperwork says it's not my daughter.
Why would you do this?
I am not the father.
No. Stop it. Can we just talk? Get the camera on my face. Can we just talk? Get it up.
All right.
So you
What?
think you know Wick. Do you
Salakia.
really? First up, we
Hold on. Dang, my bad. Let me stop it. Alrighty. Alrighty. So this brother said you and your daughter gotta go. Got to go. And and so what do y'all think, man? That that's how that twist war works, man. Like, you know, yeah, she talking about you. You talking about you such a great father. You put her to sleep. And he got a surprise for her. She talking about she want to go to Dubai. He said you about to go bye bye. He said you about to go bye bye. So what y'all think, man? That's what y'all think about that one?
Shalaki, I think that's still a tough one. Anytime is the child, you uh, help rearing the child, it's gonna be tough with that separation. But I agree with the brother. I think you need to cut his losses before she grows an even deeper bond with him. But that whole naivety, that whole innocence that the woman had on her, you know, I see right through that. That really angers me more. When she have the nerve to start leaning and playing with his heartstrings, talking about you are the father. You put her to sleep. This and that. This, that, and the third. No. You got to go. Matter of fact, 30 days now, you need to get out right now. Watch your hands.
Yeah. So you gotta go, man. You gotta go, man. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man, when the emotions involved you know and you know what I mean, like it's tough, man. I mean, that can almost cause a man to be, and it should be a saying back in the days, mama's baby, daddy's maybe, man.
Yeah.
All right. And and a lot of our women are carrying this secret around. Right? They carry this secret around, man. And the daddy looking at the child every day, and she's saying that's not his child, or she might have doubts. You know what I mean? Because some men don't even want to know. like, yeah, man, I think he look like my uncle on my granddaddy's side. You know what I mean? You trying to make excuses. You try like, what dog? Why this baby don't look like none of the rest of the kids? And so you start wrestling with your mind that man, this is just a possibility. Maybe she look like somebody 3 or 4 generations down the line. You know what I mean? And so it's a tough pill, man, to swallow, man, when you fell in love with the child. But this brother wasn't playing, man. This brother say you and her gotta go. Let me get Colossians 3 and 5 real quick.
Shalaki.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it takes a certain psyche. Now, this is just my opinion. It's me speculating. But the type of person, the type of man that films that situation, he's really, really super hurt, and he wants revenge. But he really don't want to leave. That's why he gave her 30 days. See,
Okay.
she been done had that just right back around her finger in 2 weeks. They'll be going to Dubai by Christmas. And then I'm gonna tell you another hard fact about that thing is that you ain't gonna be able to put her out like that.
Yeah, that's
She been
true.
staying there 3 years, and you ain't gonna be able to get rid of that kid like that because you done messed. Shalakia, you done messed around and signed the birth certificate, and you've been raising that child for 3 years,
Yeah.
and so you gonna have to go in front of that judge. You're not gonna be able to kick her out because she got mail. She established there. You got kids. I don't know about the last one. Got kids going to the school in that area. You can't. It just don't work like that. It just don't work like that. And that's why like you saying, like this whole thing about man going back to the basics, man. Especially when you're younger. It's over for us, but
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
next generation when they teenagers
Yes.
and stuff like that, they can make sure that they saving themselves for marriage, man, and
Yes.
they don't have that taste of, oh, I want to see what that's like. I want to see what that's like because they ain't never tasted nothing else except their significant other. They hand ain't been in no other pot. And so they don't know if the grass is, they not thinking about, I don't know because I ain't never been there. But I would suspect that, you don't have that temptation as much thinking about what's on the other side. If y'all both kind of, did that together uh, correctly after y'all were married. Once y'all were married. But um, these are the stipulations. These are the consequences of fornicating and not being married. They probably weren't married then. That's why everybody be talking about they ain't married. Yeah, but
Right.
hey man, they girlfriend, they just shacked up.
Right.
Feel me? And so y'all, how these sisters is, man. You ain't put no ring on it. I'm single till you put a ring on it. And you out here, man. She's still playing the field. You got a roommate, but y'all still playing the field. But yeah.
Yeah, and the danger of sleeping around unprotected too, man. We don't even know how we don't even think about how that could play a role. Like not only y'all sleeping around, but you're doing it unprotected, and and so you lay like it can be dangerous, man. It can be dangerous consequences, man, by being so immature and thoughtless when it comes to sex, man. And like you say, when you young, man, I think that's it. You don't think. But when you got these people, like if you made a mistake, when you was younger, you probably had a little wildness in you. You know what I mean? And you didn't understand the value of relationships, but you still with a person all that time, man. Yeah, I think you need to come forward and just be honest about that thing, man. Because when they come out, I think it could be more no digest a little bit more easier if it was said, the dude or the female came out and said it, instead of he had to find out another way, and then yeah, it seemed like you've been holding this in all this time. So let me get that in Colossians real quick,
Hey,
3 and verse 5. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say we getting older and we getting wise.
Right.
Cause this stuff vexes you, man. At the end of the day,
Okay.
cause so many of these videos and this stuff we just saw, not necessarily the dad not knowing the kid here, but just some of our loved ones just having different baby daddies and not married, man. A lot of us got stories like that.
Right.
And it piss you off cause like Andre said, all the stuff that used to be cool ain't cool no more, man. Yeah.
Yeah, God, man. And when you look back at it and realize how stupid you was, and you want your kids to learn from your mistakes, or your grandkids, or your sisters and brothers. You want them to learn from the mistakes. That's why our parents was like on us because they didn't want us to make the same mistakes they made, man.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And look, like my mom had all her kids from one man. You know what I mean? And so now we live in a society that you can have it for 8 or 9. You can have 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids, and all have different baby daddies. And not that the society don't think nothing wrong with it, but you don't think nothing wrong with it. You don't have a moral compass to say, man, dang, all my kids got different daddies. And it can happen. Look, man, if a woman has sex with more than 7, 8, 9 dudes, then chances are you could have had 9 kids, right? It just take one time, right? Especially if it was unprotected. And so this is why it's so important that to come back to God's laws, because all a woman's supposed to have and a man's supposed to have is one wife, one partner. Remember, Christ said at the beginning was not so. God made them male and female. How many wives did Adam have? All right. How many did Adam have? Eve here and Sheila on the other side of the garden. Was he tipping and creeping to Sheila over there? No, man. All right. No. At the beginning, God made male and female, and that's the way the design of God was. The first polygamy relationship happened with the grandson of Cain, man. Go figure. The grandson of Cain with the first polygamy relationship in the Bible, man. So when you understand that this is whoredom, so let's get that in Colossians 3 and 5.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience.
You see that? And that's what I'm saying. We don't teach this. We don't teach that salvation coming from the wrath of God. We don't teach that. And see, that's what it says. For which things sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience, man. That's why Paul said the wages of sins is death. And when you see all this stuff happening because it's our sin, we got to come away from it. I was listening to Dr. Umar Johnson talking about we need hospitals, man. We need banks, man. We need our own businesses. We need our own community. For what? When you just don't get yourselves caught up with a bunch of immoral people. You're going to build a city and they're going to get destroyed in one day. Because they're going to be full of fornication. They're going to be full of adultery. They're going to be a brother trying to rob his brother. They're going to be covetousness. And this is why the laws of God is important. This is why God's laws is important. Because God's laws teach you not to hate your brother because he got a better car than you, man. God's laws tells you don't hurt your sister, man. That you look at your sister as a woman of Zion, right? And not a piece of meat, man. Right? And that's why God gave us these laws, man. That's why when you look on the thumbnail, it says these people that knows not the law is cursed. When you don't know what God's law said, you gonna steadily be a perverse and what did Christ say? This is a cursed and perverse generation or something like that, right? And this is what gonna happen when we come away from God's laws, man. This is what gonna happen when we come away from God's laws. Galatians 5:17 through 26. Galatians 5:17 through 26.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, says 17.
Yep, 17 to 26. Come.
For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led by the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lavishness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Should not do what?
Shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
So those that do such things, you will not get the kingdom. And that's what I'm saying. This is what we're not teaching, right? In order to get the kingdom, people just say, all I gotta do is believe, man. All I gotta do is be a children of Israel, man. Right? But remember, Paul said it's not all Israel is of Israel, man. Right? Let's get that real quick. Let's get First Corinthians. I mean, Shalaki. Let's get Romans 2 and because we gotta correct some of this stuff we be teaching, man. Romans 2. I think I'm gonna start at verse 12. Let me look at it real quick. Romans 2 and matter of fact, start at verse 1. Let's read down a little bit. Romans 2 and 1. And so we gotta understand just by being Israel don't mean you guaranteed to the kingdom. It's no regeneration in the kingdom. It's no text that says that we gotta stop twisting text and make it sound good, man. It's no regeneration in the kingdom. It's like, oh, regeneration, we gonna regenerate, even though the scripture says that nothing that's as abomination will enter into the kingdom. Oh, but they're gonna come through a righteous seed. After they done did all this bad stuff, but they're gonna regenerate through a righteous seed, man. We need to stop it. So let's go to Romans 2 and verse 1.
Romans 2 and 1. Therefore
Okay.
thou art inexcusable, O man, whosoever thou art that judgest. For wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself, for thou that judgest doeth the same things. But we are sure that the judgment of God is according to truth against them which commit such things.
Go ahead.
And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things and doest the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of God?
See that? It's Shalaki. It says about hypocrisy. Like, we can't sit up there and judge somebody and we doing the same thing, man. He said that thou shalt escape the judgment of God, man. So that's what Christ was trying to warn us about when you go into Matthew 7, man. When he said, judge not if you can't stand to be judged, man, on the same manner that you judge. Right? And so we got to be careful about walking in hypocrisy, right? Read on.
Or despiseth thou the riches of his goodness and forbearance and long suffering, not knowing that the goodness of God leadeth thee to repentance? But after thy hardness and impenitent heart treasures up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of God.
Go ahead.
Who will render to every man according to his deeds.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, people be telling you it's not about your works. But the Bible said that he will render to every man according to his deeds. Same thing when you find in Revelations 20, man. When it goes and tell you that every man gonna be whose name is not written in a book of life gonna be judged according to his works. Right? And so it's the same thing it's saying. Read on, verse 7.
To them who by patient continuance in well-doing seek for glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. But unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath, tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that doeth evil, of the Jew first and also of the Gentile.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, God gonna judge equally. He gonna judge righteous. He gonna judge righteous judges to the Jew and the Gentile. Right? Read on.
But glory, honor, and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, and also to the Gentile.
Verse
For there is
11.
no respect of persons with God.
That's what it's talking about, judgment. There's no respect of a person with God. God gonna judge Israel, and he gonna judge the other nations. It's no respect of a person. That's why we be tripping talking about, well, we Israel. Well, Israel gonna get judged first. You God's children. He gonna take care of you first, right? Read on.
For as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law, and as many have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law.
Read
For
on.
not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves.
Drop down to verse. Drop down to verse 24.
Verse 24, for the name of God is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as it is written. For
Uh huh.
circumcision verily profiteth, if thou keep the law. But if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision. Therefore, if the uncircumcision keep the righteousness of the law, shall not his uncircumcision be counted for circumcision?
Go ahead.
And shall not uncircumcision, which is by nature, if it fulfill the law, judge thee, who by the letter of circumcision doest transgress the law? For he is not a Jew which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision which is outward in the flesh, but he is a Jew which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of God.
But of God. And so this is what I'm saying. That's what it means to be a Jew. That would make me a circumcision in the heart. When you doing the things contrary, when you doing the things containing to the law and not doing things contrary to the law. That's what make you an inwardly Jew, man. That would make you an inwardly Jew. So as Israel, we have to stop perpetuating a cycle of adultery and fornication among our partners. We coming to Israel, and brothers still want to live that single life, man. And we got to stop it. We got to build a nation of people, and we gonna have to do it one couple at a time. Y'all brothers have any last words or exhortation before we get up out of here? Good time. 1 hour and 13 minutes. Y'all brother got anything else?
Hey, Salaki,
Go ahead.
yeah, this class was a little heavy.
Uh-huh.
For as, not heavy for as, the type, but I don't know, brother. When we talk about certain subjects, it seems like, it be against a woman, but
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say men ain't safe, man. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
We ain't safe from this stuff. Take two to tango. Like I
That's
said,
right.
somebody won. He
Right.
thinking he won,
Right.
but he gonna get with him, man. So I just don't want to make it seem like the woman always at fault and doing something, man. Bro, it's like a
Excuse me.
saloon door. When it hit them, it hit you back and it hit you too. So ain't no winners, ain't no losers in this thing, man. I hear.
Yeah, and I want my sisters to understand that it's not a diss to none of our sisters, because it's our problem. Like the things that happen, it's a community problem, right? And a lot of times because men cheat, women cheat. But what happens when one cheat over the other, certain cheating have a more dire consequence, right? Both of them equally wrong. But when you start bringing babies in, and now not only you cheating on your spouse, but now you cheating on your children as well, and it just to make us think. Like we're not bashing on our women, we're not bashing on our men, But we as a community, we got to correct what's wrong.
That's
And
right.
these are some of the things that's wrong, right? We got to correct what's wrong so we can get better for the return of Christ. So I hope our sisters didn't get offended. We're not trying to bash. If you know, and one thing we do, we praise our good wives, man. If our wife good, we get at it, but at the same time, by our actions, man, we show our wives that we appreciate them, and so it's no female bashing over here. We just try to correct some of the things that's wrong. Y'all brothers got anything else?
Hey, Shalakia,
Go ahead.
but we can't forget the facts. Okay, women control sex, the men control the marriage. So you know, it's not men out here taking it. These women are allowing this to happen. So we can't like just sugarcoat it and just dust over it. You know what I'm saying? And these men, you like Brother Phineas said, men will just about sleep with anybody.
Mm.
So it's what the women are allowing. Women control the sex, and he ain't taking it. These women are literally, especially nowadays, more than ever. I think it's 80% of marriages, the women are asking for divorce. So we have to really keep this thing in perspective. The women control the sex, the men control the marriage. So if she is not being a virtuous woman, then that's all she's gonna be is a sex mate. And I yield.
Mm.
Yeah, man. You got any last words, brother?
Yeah, um, and it was something I was going to say about the um, but ultimately, man, these just our relations amongst each other, man, is just off, man. It's being guided by the world and the standards of the world. Where women, I was telling Ark about this sister that had on she had on a skimpy bathing suit. If that's even a thing, all of them kind of stuff. But and she was just walking around, going into the store, so forth. And the brother tried to tell her, hey, you shouldn't be out like, just you should be dressing modest and da 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 da. And he was like, well, nobody's gonna want to marry you. They're gonna be thinking with lust first. And she was like, I don't want to get married. I ain't trying to get married. And also, the psyche of women dressing, you know, immodest. Um, and then you try to holler at her, or you try to whistle at her. Like, no, what you doing? Why you staring at me? And da da da. But if the dude she wants stares at her, then or holler, you know what I'm saying? Then that's the attention she wants. She does want the attention, but it's only from a particular level of individual. And a lot of that's getting, a lot of brothers doing videos on that with the little Lamborghini pranks, where
Uh,
he'll have the Lamborghini, they'll tell him, nah, I don't want that by, nah, don't talk to me, I got somewhere to go, and then they see him get inside of a Lamborghini or some foreign car, and she like, oh, she got all kinds of time in the world then. But these are the issues that we're having. Nobody's bigging up marriage. People think marriage is lame, and marriage is, these young folks, man, and marriage is um it's not worth it. And then we have the Kevin Samuels that's giving us the Kevin Samuels doctrine that's giving us the truth. And but what is the what comes from that, where men now, they so scared to even take a chance on marriage. It's like, nah, I gotta go, or I need to go way over here and do this, and this, where now men don't want to step in and be a stepdad, and that's just looked at as just the most terrible thing ever. Um, when that wasn't like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, that had stepdad step in, we reverenced them and respected them, and it wasn't looked and frowned upon. Like, man, don't you dare. But this are the stuff that we're teaching the next generations, and there's consequences that come with that, man. And I was talking to Op, man. David Bridles went out of business because jokers ain't, ain't nobody saying yes to the dress, but ain't no, jokers is not trying to get married. Jokers is not, they're not trying to get married no more. So all of this stuff comes with consequences, and that's why we got to go back to, and y'all ain't gonna like this. You shouldn't even be, jokers don't even need to be making no choices. Your father go pick who you need to marry, and your family go pick. Oh, it's your family say yeah, and y'all live forever. Y'all live together forever, and that's it. But we are very far from that. And so with us making our decisions ourselves about what mate we want, we make terrible decisions over and over and over and over and over and over. And this is what I want to say about those men. All the men knew. All the men knew. Man, I had a suspicion, man. You knew she was cheating.
Yeah.
And that flesh wouldn't let you accept that. The spirit was trying to tell you, but that flesh would not let you accept that. It wouldn't let you accept it. Nah, I ain't gonna leave her. I'm gonna stay. I remember that that song "Don't Save Her." She don't want to be saved.
Yeah. But
And
Project Pat.
with Project Pat, yeah, in the
Yeah.
beginning, he was like, uh, man, that's so crazy because he was like, man, man, I came home and found my wife cheating on me, man, and he said, man, just leave. He said, nah, I'm a killer or something. He said, I'm gonna kill her tonight, y'all, or something. Or something. Or I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get back with her and kill him. And I think it was a young brother just killed his wife, man, and it killed himself and killed. I think he like killed the kid too, man. But man, we can't take this stuff, man. We not built to take those kind of L's, man, in these relationships. That's why depression's at an all-time high. Mental health. Everybody's talking about mental health. Man, because us living in this sinful manner is causing us all kinds of problems. Not just the physical sickness, but also the mental sickness. And it's just hard to get that stuff out of your head, man. You finna go back to this woman and caught cheating on you, and that stuff just in your head all the time, thinking about, man, she did that to me, and it's hard. It's hard to, and you shouldn't have to. Men shouldn't have to live with that. And we look at these folks in the text like what happened to Uriah with David and his wife, and Uriah's wife. Now her husband gone, and she got to deal with this joker, and she still, man, it's just, you shouldn't have to deal with that kind of stuff. And that's why those people died in the Bible. In the Old Testament times, you didn't have to look at them no more. Once you messed around and your wife done cheated on you or your husband done cheated on you, you ain't got to worry about looking at that joker no more. Or looking at the woman that he cheated with, or vice versa. Because those who committed adultery, man, you're supposed to pick up a stone and stone them. But that's why that stuff is there, because it's such a hurtful pain. You know what I'm saying? It's such a devastating thing, and this is what we doing to each other, man, on a frequent basis, man. But I use for like.
Yeah, man. I got this lyrics by Bill Withers, man. Just say, just use me till you use me up. I'm gonna read some of the lyrics, man. He said, my brother sit me right down and talk to me. He told me that I ought not to let her just walk on me, and I'm sure he meant well, yea. But when our talk was through, I said, brother, if you only knew, you would wish that you was in my shoes. Just keep on using me until you use me up. You know what I mean? So he said, y'all know that old R&B, fair speech, right? Just use me till you use me up. And that just be some people, like the brother say, that the dudes know that the woman's cheating, but they say just use me till you use me up, man. You know what I mean? Just
Shalakia.
go ahead.
This one more incident that I seen that a woman was saying what she was taking money from men that she didn't really want to deal with, but she knew they were those men were so infatuated with her, they would just send her money and so forth, and she would take the money. But she said she don't do it no more because she started getting stalkers. People pulling up at her house. You know what I'm saying? Some of these men that she done amped them up like it was gonna be something that ain't really nothing, and she been taking their money. Um, and she said she ended up getting raped one time doing that.
Wow,
She ended up getting raped by a stalker.
wow.
With being extra infatuated. Instead of just saying no, instead of going ahead and cutting them, no, you ain't got no chance. With the woo. But man, you give some of these men certain chances, and you try to be nice, but you also being greedy. Man, it's consequences. It's consequences to all
Yeah,
these things, and we learning the hard way out here. So like,
yeah, come, man. All praises, man. Hope you was edified. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this content, man. And do the same at Prince of Power Israelites, man. Prince of Power Israelite, like, subscribe, and share. Brother Fee, where you gonna be at tomorrow, brother? Brother Fee, you there?
oh, Shalakia, man, I was still muted. Worst case, Victor Drive, man, but y'all going out or not?
Yeah. We gonna have to go out tomorrow, man. I've been trying to find some spots, man, but man, it's shit, man. Atlanta dry, man. Where y'all brothers want to go, man? Y'all want to go to Keller Road? Y'all want to go to Edgewood? Where y'all want to go tomorrow? Cause I went last week. I went looking for a spot, man, but yeah, it's kind of dead, man. So
Y'all just let me know in the morning, man. And
yeah, okay. Oh,
but
you
worst
still
case,
in town?
nah, man, I came on down.
Oh, you came
But
back?
I'm saying
Oh,
worst case, if I can go ahead and get some sleep, get some good rest tonight, and don't be up,
yeah.
by
Yeah,
6
we've
o'clock
been
in the
out for a
morning.
while, man. We need to get on out there, man. And hit them pavements, man. Start, just ask the Most High to send us the fish, man, because everything is kind of ticking up, man. But Most High give us a spot if this is will, man. If this is will. I went a couple times looking for something, man, and I ain't had no good luck finding nothing, man. But if y'all brothers see something that's look worthy of us putting our fish in the hole, man, just let us know, man. We'll go and try it out.
Somewhere.
You saying something, brother?
No, I was talking to the dog. But
Okay.
whatever we go, let's bring your umbrella. It's supposed to rain.
Oh, it's supposed to rain tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, well, that's a negative.
Well, that's a negative. All right, then, man. Well, y'all, we'll have class tomorrow then at 1 o'clock. It's gonna rain tomorrow. We'll have class tomorrow. All right.
Huh?
If we just
All
check
right.
the weather in the morning, man, I think turn to me, but mute.
Play it by ear.
I say hit
Yeah,
the we'll check the weather in the morning and
okay.
see exactly. But that's what I heard today. It's supposed to rain all weekend.
Okay. All right,
So
we'll do that, man. We'll
uh,
do it. We'll play by ear.
Huh?
All right, family, man. If it's nothing else, man, y'all about Shimmy outside Pakistan and Shalom, fam.
shalom.
Come on.
Shalom.